last week's recipe on the keto almond fries, which if you haven't checked out that video, you definitely should, because I recreate Heavenly Fan's recipe for her almond flour keto fries, and I just do a little fun twist on it to make it even more authentic and the best ever keto French fries. So if you want to check out that video, just click up here for it, or I'll have it listed down below in the description box. But I started to think as I kind of nibbled on the fries throughout the week. Yes, I know they were old and stale, but I also kind of thought like, man, these really remind me of a cracker too. So I thought I'd experiment today and see if I can make some keto crackers from the base of that recipe. So let's get started. Now, these crackers are gonna be more like, I'm hoping like an oyster cracker, and this is gonna be a fun little treat to have this time of year. You can sprinkle it on some keto soups, or just have it as a snack, or serve it as like a little cocktail mix. If you're having like a small group of people over for cocktail hours, this is a fun little thing to nibble on. We're gonna start with the base of the recipe, which is in a small bowl. We're gonna add 100 grams of almond flour. This is finely milled almond flour. And like I said in the French fry video, 100 grams of almond flour is around a half a cup plus 1/3 cup. You're also gonna add 1 tablespoon of xanthan gum plus 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Whisk it together until it's all combined. And then we're gonna add in 6 tablespoons of hot water. You want to knead it together with your hands until everything is combined and mixed together, and then we're going to start forming our cracker shapes. Now you have a couple of different options. You can roll it out and then cut it out into squares if you want to have crackers like this. I want these more to be like a cracker ball or like an oyster type cracker, so I'm just going to pinch them off and roll them into little balls, but I think I might try both. Now if your dough is a little bit too sticky, you can let the dough rest for around 10 or 15 minutes. This will just kind of help dry it out and make it more moldable. Our seasoning. Now you could go a real basic route with this, like if you wanted to just do a little bit of olive oil with some rosemary and garlic or some thyme, you could do that. I'm gonna go a non-clean keto option here, and we're gonna be using some ranch dressing and Italian seasoning. Don't kill me here. I know a lot of people don't consume these products because of some of the ingredients in there, but it's the holidays and I just like to do things a little bit simple. And I know that there are those of you out there that don't really mind a few products like these. So if you want to go the more clean keto route, then just stick with olive oil and a few dried herbs, or if you want to try this recipe, go with the packaged Italian seasoning and a little bit of ranch seasoning too. Now we're not going to use this whole thing either, so don't freak out. It's just a little bit of it. To make our flavoring, we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of olive oil, and then our ranch dressing and Italian seasoning. Whisk it together until it's combined, and then we're just gonna mix in our cracker dough along with this mixture until everything's coated. Then we're gonna lay it out on a baking tray and bake it. My crackers turned out fabulous, especially when I rolled them out flat. And to my surprise, when I tried to make those oyster crackers, I ended up making like almost a keto popcorn. They don't really look anything like an oyster cracker, although I think that they'd be perfect in soup, or just as like I said, a little cocktail snack. But it's crazy how much they look like popcorn, popped popcorn. And they taste very, very similar too. The taste isn't entirely there, but I'm excited to try it maybe with some buttered popcorn extract from the one-on-one flavors. Put that into the dough, and then we're gonna pop it up. Then we'll bake it, and then I bet you then it's gonna taste just like popcorn. Now to store these, I recommend storing them in a paper bag on your counter. The longer they sit out, the harder they're gonna be and more cracker-like. They'll stay good and on the counter for maybe around like a couple weeks or so. They might start to taste a little stale. So you do wanna keep them covered if they do start to get that kind of stale taste. But I think they're gonna disappear before that happens. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell down below so you get notified every time I post new recipes, and check out my other holiday videos too. I'll have it linked up here for you. It's a Christmas playlist, or down below in the description box.